Na 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 na. We're completely fucked, completely fucked. We're completely fucked.
Hey, how we doing? How we doing? How are we? Hello. How are we? How are we doing? How are we doing? Hold on. My mustache is all fucked up. Hang on. There we go. Now I'm looking pretty. You're gonna have to excuse me. I'm a little bit sick, but how are we doing? How are we feeling? Are things okay? Hang on. There we go. I hope things are good for you. They've been good to me. At least I think. I hope. Not in the Liverpool sense, just in every other sense. As you all know, we are not exactly good at playing the game, but that's besides the point. You know, I think that there's a lot of reactions going on about the game against Galatasaray, and I'm just confused because it's like, what? Where were your expectations? What were you possibly thinking? How could this be a shock? How could that result send a shockwave through the fan base? Like, where do you get the audacity to react the way that you reacted to losing away to Galatasaray? Something that you've already done this season. Guys, I've lost to Crystal Palace 3 times. I lost 3-0 to Crystal Palace twice at home in one season. But let's lose our mind in Turkey. Brother, where have you been? Have you been asleep this whole season? We lost 9 out of 12. I have not beaten Leeds once this season. I only beat Burnley once off a 97th minute penalty. Don't think we beat Sunderland. Three points against newly promoted sides after 6 games. What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? Why are you losing your marbles? Why are you losing your head? If anything, I actually think that we're in a good spot to only be down 1-0. We easily could have been down more. We easily could have been down more goals. Not to mention the fact that Galatasaray scored an offside goal that I have failed to see how it was offside. I have no idea what caused that to be offside, because the guy who was offside never touches the ball. He's not even near the ball. So why was it offside? We got away with one. Yes, Akatike missed his chance. Florian Wirtz missed his chance, but so did Galatasaray. And Mamardashvili had to make a huge save. So, again, all things considered, pretty lucky. Pretty lucky. You see, Mr. Beast, you're talking my language. At this point, if we sack him, I'm equally upset. At this point, he has to stay until the end of the season. You guys know how much I fucking hate Arne Slot. You know how much I hate him. You know how much I despise his existence. You know my feelings for the Dutch.
All right, gold member. Don't play the laughing boy. There are only 2 things I can't stand in this world. People who are intolerant of other people's cultures and the Dutch.
What?
You know my feelings. You know my feelings. But at this point, he has to stay. If you're going to fire him, you have to bring someone as a interim. Hey, I did not write this book. Okay. This book is a part of a fantastic series. If you're into sci-fi, guys, Red Rising series, it's 6 books. Phenomenal. However, apparently he sold the TV rights. Okay. If they turn it into a live action, I will burn down the studio. But regardless, segue aside, listen. A lot of people are losing their head, and a lot of people are throwing blame. They're just throwing shit at the wall. That's how they're trying to cope. They're just throwing shit at the wall. I'm like, brother, you need to ground yourself, okay? You need to think clearly. You need to stop being emotional and think clearly. Losing 1-0 away to Galatasaray is not the worst thing in the world. Was it a disgusting performance? Absolutely. But was it unexpected? No. It was not unexpected. If you were expecting us to go to Turkey and just mollywop them, brother, what are we doing? What are we doing? Seriously. Hang on. Can you guys I have a soundboard and eventually I'm going to click it and I need you to let me know if it works, but not yet, okay? Not yet. Let's test it out here. I'm going to say something. I'm going to click the soundboard. I need you to tell me if you hear it, okay? You really expected Liverpool to win that game?
Oh, really?
Really? Really? Really? Really? Really? You expected us to win? You expected a good performance? You're out of your fucking mind. You are out of your fucking mind. Again, keyword here is expectation. That doesn't mean that Liverpool is not capable of winning away, but your expectation was unrealistic. You guys allowed a win away in the FA Cup to Wolves, a team that had beaten us 3 days prior, using a different starting lineup to impact what you felt like we were going to do away to Turkey in a arena that we've already lost, and supposedly no one has won in the Champions League. Galatasaray have won every game at their stadium in Europe, just like Bodo Glimt. So, what the fuck are we doing? Hey, look at this. Nems is here. Calling me the game man? Calling me the game man?
So long, gay boys.
So long, Nems. So long, Nems. But listen, to all the people that were caught by surprise, to all the people that are crashing out about this loss, I have one thing to say.
You lack discipline.
You lack a discipline. You lack a discipline. You lack discipline. Fuck. Hold on. Okay. Well, I don't have one of the sound bites that I wanted to have. But that's okay. That's okay. Bob, no one's being sexist. Calm down. Okay? Calm down. Yo, Abin Ashamals. I hope I said that right, brother. I don't know, dude. But I don't really care at this point. Oh, I've got a lot from South Park.
I'm a little better than everyone else here.
That's my favorite one because I am a little bit better than everyone else here. But yeah, those are from South Park. There was one specific scene from South Park I was going to do, but I thought to myself, it's my favorite quote from the series. But I don't see how it would fit in any context, and people would definitely think I'm racist if I played it, so I'm not gonna. No. No, I got better things to do. But, well, listen, we're gonna talk about some of the individuals that have been particularly pointed out by certain individuals of this fan base that have caused certain drama, okay? Got a lot of people crashing out over a specific Egyptian. Got a lot of people crashing out over a particular Dutch center back and a Dutch midfielder. But no one wants to have the conversation in depth. Everyone wants like they want an easy target to point at. No, I'm not back. Listen, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you guys. I've been working on a different channel. Okay. I've been trying to build a different, I'm tired of football content, but unfortunately, this channel was built on football content. Now, it would be great if I could parlay this channel into what I wanted to build and I could start with a pivot point of having 35 people watching me, but I don't think that you guys are into that kind of content. So I can't exactly rebrand this channel. I know I have a fucking massively impressive 1.5 thousand, 1.3 thousand subscribers. Okay. I know that it's like, that's just an insane amount of people. All right. 1,300 subscribers. Wow. I'm just killing it. But it's a different channel that I've been working on. And I don't think that I can rebrand this. You know, I don't think that you guys are into social commentary and comedy. If you guys were into social commentary and comedy, I don't think that you would be watching football or football content. I'm into both. I do both. So maybe I'm being hypocritical. But no, I've been working on a different channel. And then if enough people want, I can show it. But that's where 99% of my focus is going. That's also why I've sort of been absent from American Waffle. That's why I don't have the same energy for American Waffle anymore. But it's not Barbie's Bob. Blow it out your ass. It's not music. No, it's like social commentary. It's commentary, it's comedy, jokes, random shit. I've got 2 episodes of long form podcast. No, I'm not calling you low IQ football fans. I'm just calling you low IQ. I'm just kidding, PE. You're a very smart individual. But yeah, we have been quite shit. We have been quite shit. But listen, do you guys remember? Can anyone tell me? Can anyone here? Quiz time. Quiz time. Do you know me, Beast? Do you know me, Beast? This should tell you the answer. Does anyone remember what I called slot ball in October? If any one of you can get this, I'm going to give you some kind of reward. Can anyone tell me the moniker that I used to call slot ball in October? Anyone? I'm going to wait. Can anyone tell me? There we go. Switchblade, you're a fucking god. Let's go. Hey, Hassan, you're a fucking god. These are real ones. These are, see, bro, you don't need 1 million subscribers, okay? You don't need 1 million subscribers. All you need is a mustache and a dream, and people will hear your words. Look at this. Vagina ball. I know what you mean. I know you just don't want to type vagina, but a beaver is a vagina. Vagina ball. Vagina ball. Hey, Marcus, how fucking dare you? Okay, how dare you? Everyone clicks on the titties on Twitter. Okay, everyone clicks on the titties on Twitter. If you don't, you're a liar. Another one. That is another moniker that I use. So you get it. You get it. There we go. Okay. Now, little thought experiment for the boys. All right. Can anyone tell me if this exemplifies vagina ball? Can anyone tell me? Does this look anything close to what I was pointing out in October? Anyone? Does this look like a familiar still? Well, I can tell you that we evolved. We evolved. We went from 3-1-0-0-0-0-0-0-0-6 to 4-1. Actually, it's now 4-0-0-0-0-0-0-0-0-6. That's the new formation. Everything that you're seeing in this picture it doesn't make any fundamental sense. And because it doesn't make any fundamental sense, you have to think that the manager is telling them to do something. When you see something that is so beyond fucking moronic, when you see something that is so anti-football, you have to think that the players are being told to do this because it goes against their entire nature. It goes against their entire nature. Having midfielders not occupy the midfield, that has to be trained. That has to be drilled into someone's brain. You have to be taught to ignore your instinct. And this is why, for the majority of the season, I haven't been that harsh on the players. I do think there are players that deserve criticism, and players always deserve criticism, right? If a player's touch is poor, like they have been, you deserve criticism. If a player's finishing is poor, brother, you got the chance. Ekatike, you can't fucking head the ball, and you can't finish one-on-one. You can't finish on one-on-ones lately, so you got to hold smoke. But at the end of the day, for the vast majority of the game, which is a team working together, trying to gel, if the fundamental principle is flawed, then I expect the form to be flawed. Do you see the logic here? If Ryan Gravenberch is constantly forced to win a duel every time he gets the ball, he's going to look poor. Name me a single footballer on the planet that wins 3 out of 4 duels every game. Can you name me one? Can you name me one that completes 75% of their dribbles every game? Can you name me one? You can't. That's not possible. That's not realistic. Now, here's the thing. Because Liverpool still did create opportunities. And I think the way that fans should be looking at that game is, despite of how shit our system is, despite of how much of a crime against humanity this still is, I don't even give a fuck that it's a still. The fact that this picture even exists is a crime against humanity. But even with that dog shit formation, this team still created opportunities. That goes to show the level of players that we have. I'm going to say it again. Despite this formation, Florian Wirtz still missed a prime opportunity. Ekatike still missed a one-on-one. Florian Wirtz still missed an open goal. Despite that formation. That in itself That in itself should tell you the level of player that we have. I've been saying it for months. The fact that we even score at all goes to show how good our players are, because Slot does everything that he can to neutralize us. You know what I just noticed? What the fuck is Soboslai doing? Look at, like, what is he looking at? Where is he looking? Is he looking at Slot right now? Like, what the fuck is he doing? I don't know. Dude, I don't give a fuck. I'm fairness. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I don't give a fuck. I mean, listen. Has Virgil van Dijk been poor this season? In moments, but like, I've also said that even if we got Mark Gahey, we would suck fat cock. So we've been shit regardless. And when my center back is getting that much action, that's a problem. And defense starts in midfield. Actually, defense starts with the forward line. So again, Virgil van Dijk is 10,000 times more valuable than Mohamed Salah. I'm going to say that again. Virgil van Dijk is 10,000 times more valuable than Mohamed Salah. 10,000 times more valuable. But here's something that I want you to look at, because my critiques of Mo this season have been very simple. When he gets his chances, he's been poor. That's my criticism. That's it. My only thoughts on Mohamed Salah: when he gets his chances, he's poor. That's it. That's it. Now, you're going to say, but Mike, what about all this other stuff? What about all this other stuff? And I would respond,
shut the fuck up.
Exactly. Shut the fuck up and listen to me, okay? The reason why that is my only criticism of Salah is because you are telling Mohamed Salah to be a touchline winger in 2026. You are telling Mohamed Salah to be a touchline winger in 2026. Quick question for the chat. Is it a manager's job to put a player in a position to be the most effective? Yes or no? Is it a manager's job to put a player in position to be the most effective? Yes or no? If not, then what is the manager's job? If the answer is no, then what is the manager's job? If you're going to say no, what is the manager's job? Now, if the manager fails to do that, if the manager fails to put a player in a position to be effective, how much blame can you put on the player? This is not the argument that I'm talking about. I've already said he's been poor. I've already said he's been poor, but that's besides the point. You're missing the core point. Guys, what I'm trying to get across to you is that we need to stop looking at the individual when it's been a problem that has lasted 8 months. At a certain point, listen, in isolation, on its own, if this were one game, I would say Mohamed Salah was washed today. But if it's over an entire season where it's the same result, it's the same thing, there are 100% players that, despite their manager's bullshit, can rise above. But I've always said that Mo has always been a systems player. Like, this is the problem. You guys forgot who Mo was. And again, this is why football YouTube has become so unattractive to me, because people forget how to analyze players. There are the Mavericks who shine anywhere, which there are almost none of. There are almost zero Mavericks in world football. None. But the majority of players are system-based. Mohamed Salah was the benefactor of a Jurgen Klopp system. Mohamed Salah always needed players around him to be the most effective. Hussam, I didn't say everything is Slot's fault. I'm just going to the root cause, okay? I'm being a doctor. And I'll tell you why you should listen to me. Because my word is the gospel. But listen, Mo has not been good in front of goal. It's a fact. But Mo is also being asked to play as a touchline winger. Mo is being isolated into 2v1s as if he can win those consistently. That doesn't make any sense. Again, that's why I gave Cody Gakpo so much leeway. That's why I gave him so much leeway early on. I gave Cody Gakpo the benefit of the doubt because we would hyper-analyze the situations he got himself into, and I would say he doesn't have any support. You're putting a winger who can't beat a fullback in a position to always beat the fullback. That doesn't make sense. You're not propping up the player. And whoop-de-doo, the one fucking time that you play someone who can actually take on a fullback, he looks good. And there's a reason why Frimpong always looks good when he's up there at the right wing, because he can just kick the ball and beat the fullback. So the issues in this team are they're deep rooted, and it's not just individual based, but this is the trap that people love to fall into. They fall into this trap of only looking at the player. Brother, it's been 8 months. It's been 8 months of this. How can we look at the players, brother? What are we doing? And then when Mo actually gets the ball in a dangerous position, what does he have to do? Where are the options? Is the touch good from Soboslai? Is the touch good from Gravenberch? Is the touch good from Ekatike? Is there off-ball movement? These are all questions that need to be answered. You can't look at one player without looking at 4. That's the way I've always been. Mo has always been the benefactor of a system, and there's no fucking system. Every time I watch Liverpool, this is how I feel.
Excuse me. I need your help. You need to kill me.
That's how I feel. Every time I watch this fucking club. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. Because I know that, number one, I'm getting a shit product. And I've known this since October. And then number two, I know that after the game, I'm going to have to deal with 8 million different fucking narratives that other people have that want to avoid the blame. They want to push the blame. They want to look for the surface level bullshit. Brother, we're past that. We're past that, okay? We're so far fucking past that. And what sucks is that I feel so validated for the points that I made in October. I didn't want to sit here in March and be the guy to say,
First to say I told us so, but you know what? I told us so. I fucking told us so.
I hate being that guy, because then it props up my ego. But I'm sorry, I told you so. I told you what would happen if you kept this manager here. You act surprised, and yet I told you what our structure was. I told you how we played football. but you didn't want to listen. And now we're here. Now life sucks. Now it's terrible. Now we all want to die when we watch this club. Metaphorically speaking, not literally. And the unfortunate thing is that we went on a little bit of a run and we picked up some points here and there and we were unbeaten in 12. Oh my God. But how did we score all of those goals? Through fucking individual brilliance. None of them were teamwork goals. None of them were teamworked goals. They were all just moments. And that's what this club has been boiled down to, a team of moments. Because we have no fundamental structure to fall back on. This is the concept I'm going to share with you. It is my belief that great teams need moments, right? Individual moments are a part of everything. Federico Valverde yesterday, the fucking perfect example of just one player grabbing the game and saying it's mine, grabbing the bull by the horns. I get it. That exists. But when players are off, when players are not in form, when players aren't on it, you need to have a system to fall back on that is secure. Every good team has that. When the team is not executing, every good team has a system that they can fall back on, that simplifies the game, that holds control, that could maybe drag them across the line. Every good team has that system that they can play without a brain because it's so drilled into them. Liverpool do not have that. Liverpool do not have that. Only consistent teams have that, and there are very few on the planet today. Jurgen Klopp had that. Pep Guardiola had that. That's the way football works. When you don't have that core fundamental pillar, you crumble. The house of cards collapses. We have no foundation. And when you don't have a foundation, you have to rely on individuals. And so what I'm not going to do is be one of those fans that sits here and praises the team for individual performances and then condemns individuals for poor team performances, because that's the trap that you're all falling into. Every one of the wins that we have had in 2026 has not been because the team played good. It's been because individuals changed the game. But overall, we looked like dog shit when we played as a team in every single one of those wins. And so I'm not going to turn and say, well, when the ones we lose, that's because individuals failed us. No, it's not. These are the same guys that got you over the line. You're playing the same dog shit system. It's just they're off today. That's it. It's not complex. Give me a second, people. What? What do you mean, Beast? Talk about any game that we've won in 2026. That's what I'm talking about. I'm only talking about the last 3 months. What do I think Slot's goal is? I think Slot's goal is to preserve his ego. That's what I think his goal is. I think he's just doing this and praying. Oh, please, please. That's Arnie Slot. But they look lost because they don't have a system to fall back on. Like, there's no fundamental. Like, there's no okay. Let's put it this way. You guys probably all have jobs, right? And you guys probably all have off days. But, you know, the routine of the job is so ingrained in you that even if you're sick, you can get through it and you can do your job because you have that foundation built to execute your job. What I'm saying is that this team doesn't have the foundation to execute their job when they're sleepwalking. That's the problem. The culture at the football club definitely is pretty dog shit, for sure. And I'm going to tell you one thing. If Arne Slot is here next season and Jurgen Klopp coaches anywhere on the planet, it's as simple as this.
So long, gay boys!
I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. If Arne Slot is here next season, so long. Smell you later. Not going to fucking do it. Not going to do it. You work at Antarctica. You mean you work in Antarctica? But I mean, like, listen, I don't think that we really even truly understand the levels at which Arne Slot has destroyed this football club. Like, we can't even press anymore. We can't win possession high up the pitch. And even if we do, we somehow fumble the bag. We can't counterattack anymore. We can't build up. We can't do anything. I have to rely on individuals. Dude, Manchester United is the perfect example of this. Manchester United is the perfect example of this. A team that was so shit under a certain manager. All of a sudden they change and results start coming. It's amazing what a fucking coach can do. No. But if we somehow win the Champions League, I said that I'll shave my mustache. And I said that because I know that we won't win the Champions League.
Na 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 na. We're completely fucked, completely fucked. We're completely fucked.
Mentality midgets. That's what we are. We're mental midgets. Mental dwarves. Mental pussies. Mental bitches. That's what our new system is. It's I'm a good little bitch, fuck me raw. That's the Liverpool way. That's the Liverpool way. I'm a bend over for you, daddy. That's the Liverpool way. That's that's what we are, man. It's what we are. Now, what I will say is that I'm disappointed that the players, like, they haven't just started blatantly disobeying Slot. At this point, if I'm Virgil, I'm literally just telling the boys, I'm like, yo, fuck this bald moron. Fuck this bald cock. Fuck these guys. Like, we're just gonna do this on our own. We're just gonna play our own way. Fuck this dude. If I was Virgil, that's what I would be saying. Because, you know, I mean, this is like this deserves jail time. You know, like this deserves real time in prison. Like you deserve to be behind bars, sleeping on a cold steel bed with a toilet that doesn't have water, with no sharp objects for which that you can take your life. That's what you deserve. And you're getting paid 6 figures a week to do this. Guys, get that through your head. We're paying Arnie Slot hundreds of thousands of pounds a week to do this. People paid hundreds of pounds to go watch this. People spent 2 hours of their day to watch this. We have all collectively wasted 8 months of our lives watching this. What have we been repaid with for our loyal support? This. This is the fruit of our labor. This is how we are repaid. Liverpool Football Club are literally fingering your butthole and saying, thank you. Keep the money coming. We love you. Oh my God, you're the best. Club's running away with your money, G. Think of all the money people have spent this season on games, tickets, concessions, merchandise. Whoo! It's hundreds of millions of dollars, and you're the fucking idiots who sit there and sing. They're just it's like who did it and ran. It's a smash and grab, but it's your money. It's your wallet that they're smashing. It's your wallet that they're smashing. Bro, you are, yes. I fucking said that. I said we're not winning. Alas, we suck balls, man. We suck major poopy. Suck major butthole. We are terrible. We are god awful. We are garbage. We're garbage. We're garbage. Listen, if we were going to stop it, was that your name before? Did I rip your name when I said mentality midgets? Was that your name before? We're just not a good team. I don't know if we're going to beat Tottenham. You know, we struggled against the 9-man Tottenham. We struggled against 9-man Tottenham. It would be so Liverpoolian of us to give Tottenham 3 points. It would be so Liverpoolian. And I don't care if it's at home. Anfield is a fucking library. Anfield is a cauldron of cuckery now. I give away 3 points for free. 4-1 to PSV, 3-0 to Crystal Palace, 3-0 to Nottingham Forest. There you go. Take 3 points. Score 3 goals. We're terrible, guys. We're terrible. We're terrible at home. Like, I don't have this confidence for Galatasaray at home. It's not Anfield. Anfield fucking sucks. Guys, in 3 halves of, I'm sorry, 2, 4, in 5 halves of knockout football, Arnie Slot has scored 1 goal. In 5 halves of knockout football, Liverpool have conjured 1 goal under Arnie Slot in 5 halves. Does that give you confidence? Five halves, one goal. That's 0.2 goals per half in knockout football. No, it's not 6. It's 2 against PSG in the first leg, 2 against PSG in the second leg, 1 against Galatasaray. 5. Wait. 6, because we already played a game. I'm an idiot. Ash, you're right. I'm fucking stupid. It's 6 halves of football. So it's even less than 0.2. 6 halves of football, 1 goal. 6 halves of knockout football, 1 goal. Excuse me. But this is the guy you want to trust. You know, this is the guy that you want to trust. .16. There we go. Ash, my personal calculator. 0.16 goals per half in knockout football. Any thoughts on next season? Not until we figure out who the manager is going to be. I need to know who my manager is. That's why I'm not going to talk about transfers or anything of that nature. I don't care. I don't care about the manager. I mean, I'm sorry. I don't care about transfers. I don't care about Elliot Anderson or Michael Elise or any of these other fucking names, because I need to know who's going to be my coach. And if it's Arne Slot, I'm fucked. So it doesn't matter. If it's Arne Slot, I'm fucked either way. So who cares, brother? Who cares? First, get this manager gone. Then we could talk about next year. But I don't know, man. I got a fucking chest cold and shit fucking sucks. Oh, Cody Gakpo, he's Liverpool. Who cares, bro? I would be shocked, bro. And if you did, I would. If you still supported the manager, I'd have to seriously question your intelligence. I would have to seriously question your ability to remain unbiased. A good amount, a super high amount of blame has to go to them. Because number one, they have platformed this manager. Number two, they have left the squad unbalanced. Number three, they have kept this manager in. And number four, I didn't forget the circle jerk video that they posted of the roundtable discussion. I will never forget that. 4 reasons why Edwards and Hughes are to blame. I hate Richard Hughes. The guy's a fucking moron. Squad building needs to be questioned 100%. The squad building was poor because we're not a balanced side. But also, I have a manager with his head up his ass. So I don't think that we're this bad. I will never forget. You know, that round table, I'm a New Yorker. And I was in New York City in September of 2001. I was there. I was but a child. I was just 5. Actually, it was the eve of my 5th birthday. I was 4, about to turn 5, when the 2 towers were struck. And that round table is like the 9/11 of Liverpool. That's how I view it. That round table is the 9/11 of Liverpool. That's how I view it. Because that was you just telling me that we're just gonna suicide bomb the season. You know, like we're just gonna blow it up and we don't care. That's Liverpool's 9/11. That round table, that fucking circle jerk of cuckery, that was our 9/11. But yeah, it's terrible. It's terrible. Obviously, I'm being hyperbolic. But listen, it's not a good situation to be in. We're down 1-0 to Galatasaray. You're seeing it. You're seeing it. You're seeing it. Dude, the second that came out, I literally said, this is politics. This is what we do in American politics. We'll say a bunch of words that mean nothing to appease a certain group of people so that if we change our mind, we said, but I pleased you. But things are not looking good for you boys. Things are not looking good for you boys. We're down 1-0 to Galatasaray. We're probably going to hand Spurs something. Guys, if we don't beat Spurs by 4 goals, we are a disgrace. If we don't put 4 goals past this Spurs side, we are a disgrace. No ifs, ands, or buts. Total disgrace. But I have a feeling Spurs are going to get something. I have a feeling Spurs are going to get something. I just have a sneaky suspicion Spurs are going to pop up and fuck us.
I can feel it down in my plums.
I could just feel it in my plums that Spurs might get something. They might, man. They might. I don't know, bro. At this point, nothing is off the table. At this point, anything is possible. And I won't be shocked or surprised. I will not give a fuck. I won't care. It's more than likely that Spurs won't do anything. Yes, I know. Sorry, I was just itching my eye. But I'm being hyperbolic, okay? I'm being hyperbolic. Let me just be hyperbolic in my own way, all right? Any thoughts on the FA Cup since Madrid stopped City? I don't know, dude. I don't know. It's not looking hot for you boys. It's not looking hot. Hairline's good. Hairline's straight. Good hairline. I think that Slot, I think you nailed it on the head with your final statement. I think Slot has infected the mentality of the club. I think that's why you see a lack of fight, a lack of discipline. 100%, 100%. I think that Slot has a lot to do with the lack of fight that we see from players. I think that Slot has to do with the lack of belief that we see with that we see from players. I think that's why we look so terrible. KSI hairline, fuck you. I got a normal hairline. But yes, I think slot has a lot to do with why we look so terrible in all aspects of the game. It's not a total excuse because these players are getting paid hundreds of thousands of pounds a week. Show me more. Show me more. But I know that this manager has destroyed their belief. This manager has corrupted them. He's been a cancer to this team and to this club. And I can't wait for us to get rid of it. I can't wait for us to get rid of it. Bro, what are you what are you talking about? Calm down. Oh man. It's just a terrible time to be a Liverpool fan. It's just I don't even want to watch this team play. I don't even want to watch the game on Sunday, dude. I could think of 8 million better things to do with my life than watch another 90 minutes of Liverpool football. We know what we're going to get. Even if I beat Spurs, we know it's not going to be a good fucking performance. We know it's going to be like watching paint dry. We could win that game 5-0 and we'll still say we still look like shit. It's just awful, man. It's just fucking awful. What are you going to do, though? It's terrible. And I'm pissed off. I'm upset. I'm dumbfounded. I'm angry. But it's just a game. You know, this isn't a pop quiz, okay? This isn't a pop quiz. But I could go on a walk. I could read. I could stare at the ceiling. I could make content. I could surf the internet. I could do anything productive with my life. I could clean my room. I could wash my sheets. I could do a billion different things. I could take a wank for show. Bro, I already showed you my hairline. Okay? You already know I got a full head of hair. In fact, I got to go get a haircut. My hair's getting too fucking thick. Got way too much hair. Need to cut that shit. There's nothing disrespectful that I could say towards this team. Staring at the ceiling is in fact not disrespectful. Watching paint dry is better. Absolutely. I 100% concur. Yes, I work. I don't bro, when's the last time I streamed here? When is the last time I went live on this channel? Yes, I work. I have a job. I do other shit. And I've been working on another channel. It's not nearly as successful as this channel. In fact, it's very not successful. But I've been working on another channel because I'm tired of football content. I'm tired of talking about football. I don't care anymore. My belief has been destroyed. My passion has been exalted. I'm done. But I have a job. I get paid. I'm a salaried employee. I have health insurance. And this is only an hour of my time. And guess what? There's the whole rest of the day to fucking work. And boy, oh boy, I really hope I wouldn't just stream because I don't know how I'm fucking making money doing that. Oh my God. Look at this Norwegian cuck. Look at this Norwegian cuck. I don't know, brother. How's that piss-flavored fucking snow cone, you little bitch? You freezing your tits off yet? Big up Wesley, though. I don't know, bro. I don't know what could make Liverpool more entertaining. I really don't. Pretty much anything. Anything could make any improvement will make us drastically better than we already are. Absolutely. But listen, I'm going to shamelessly plug my other channel. All right. Because we've been here for an hour. I'm going to hop off. Hey, how dare you? How dare you? How dare you? But yeah, listen, I'm going to be putting most of my time into a different channel under a different name. I know I took my mother's maiden name. This is my other channel. I took my mother's maiden name, but this is me. This is where you will find me the majority of the time. Depending on what happens with Liverpool, maybe I'll come back. Maybe I'll do the random stream here or there. I wanted to hop on because there's obviously been a lot of fallout from the Galatasaray game, but this is where you will find me most of the time. This is where most of my effort is going. I'm making a whole bunch of shorts, doing a whole bunch of shit, trying to expand into other areas of content. Now, I know what you're thinking, Mike. It would be smarter if you would just turn this channel into that. I know. It would be smarter. It would be smarter to just take this channel and make it that channel. But I don't think that that's how the algorithm works. And at this point, the algorithm thinks I'm all about football. But that's where I'll be most of the time. I'll probably start streaming on there pretty soon and trying to build that as opposed to this. And who knows? Maybe I'll just completely fucking rebrand this thing. But most of you guys are European. You know, most of you guys are on a different time zone, and most of you guys are just here for football. But you won't hear any football on that other channel. You'll hear just about everything else but football. Chick flicks for men. Hey. I love chick flicks. I love girly music. I love gay shit. It's better. I'm not gay, but I love gay shit. It's way better. Bro, gay music is the best music. Girly movies are the best movies. Simple as that. If you don't like a rom-com, get the fuck out of here. If you don't like rom-coms, you're the problem. But that's where I'll be, and we'll see. Maybe I'll change this channel into that. But who knows? Girly music, yeah, like Taylor Swift, Harry Styles, One Direction, J-Beebs. Jenny, I'm full of surprises. I love rom-coms. When Harry Met Sally, unbelievable. I've been on a rom-com kick lately. Although I just watched Eternity. It was pretty shitty. The new one with Callum Turner and Miles Teller. Not good. But I like girly shit because it's fun. It makes you feel good. But yeah, bro, y'all just a bunch of haters. Top 10? What do you mean top 19? Hey, 10 things I hate about you. Another good one. 50 Shades of Grey. A little bit too much. Going too far. Going way too far. Shit. Devil Wears Prada. When Harry Met Sally. The Proposal. Friends with Benefits. Love and Other Drugs. I'm kind of blanking here. 10 Things I Hate About You is good. I don't know. There's like a million of them, Jenny. There's too many. There's too many. But I love them. I love them. And I like girly shit. Cool. It's fun. But either way, that's where I'll be most of the time. Hey, Mean Girls, not bad. I don't have a woman in my life. But still, again, hey, if you want to know my opinion, you can click the video and watch it, and you'll see it's 6 minutes. You'll see my opinion. I don't have to reiterate it. It's there. It exists. But yeah, that's where I'll be. Michael Levine, taking my mom's maiden last name. I know it sounds Jewish. It's because it is, but hopefully that boosts the algorithm. And the algorithm is like, yo, this guy's a Jew. Push him, push him, push him. But I'm selective with Taylor Swift. I don't like everything, but I like the Midnights album. But that's because Jack Antonoff produced the whole thing, and he's from the Bleachers. So, yes, but I don't stand with Israel. Does that make sense? There we go. Glad we could get that out the way. But that's all I'm going to comment on that. I'm not gay. I'm not gay. Absolutely. Yes, did you think that was a joke? I'm Jewish. I'm half Jewish. Although I'm a non-practicing Jew. I wasn't bar mitzvahed. I don't celebrate Hanukkah. But my mom's a Jew, so I'm a Jew. It's just the way it works. Either way, we're going to call it there. If you want to see more of me, I'll be on Michael Levine Show. And if the Michael Levine Show fails, I'll just switch it over to here, and you guys are just going to have to get fucking used to it. But yeah, big up to all you guys. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate you. It's been great talking to you. It's been a while. I'll be on Hussam's show tomorrow. And we got Spurs on the weekend. We got Galatasaray next week. We'll see how things go, man. We'll see how things go. But until then, I will leave you with this to think about.